Hey, what's up, everybody? Let me get this camera fixed here. There we go. Cool. So tonight I was gonna shade these uh these guys, and I was gonna shade them and color them. I don't know how much I'll get done, but I drew these guys a while back on my tablet, which is what I've been doing a lot of the past year or so. Is like I'll draw on my tablet and then my table. I draw on my tablet and I'll print it out on a low setting and then I just ink over it. It saves more time than working over a light board like I've always done throughout the years. So it's a little trick I learned from a fellow artist named Jose that I met a few years back. But if you're popping in, just say hello. Let me know you're on. But I'm going to go ahead and get started here. And I'm going to use a paper over the other one so I don't smudge as much. I have my glove on, but I don't want anything to get too smeared. So I'm just shading this up a little bit with a pencil, and then I'm going to use a blender. Kind of spread the lead out. I also need to get my other eraser out. Go ahead and do that now. Actually, I have an eraser right here. Put that right there. Yeah, I'm just going in here and I'm having my light kind of bounce from left to right here. But yeah, this really speeds it up for me when I draw on my tablet and then print it out, because with my light board, I don't know if it's just because my light setting's low or something. I have to really press hard on the paper to see what I'm inking. So it's a lot easier doing it like this now. Hi, Maddie. She's on both. She's on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, helping me get my views up. But yeah, I'm just shading these guys. You know, if you know me well, you know I love the ducks. Hey, how you doing, Jacob? Good to see you on here, man. I see you're getting jacked, dude. You're hitting the gym all the time, man. That's awesome. Who? Oh, Tori. Hey, Tori. Maddie told me you're on. I can't see who's on, believe it or not, unless I go maybe to my browser. But see, yeah, see, I got 5 peeps on it. Oh, Tori did say hi. I just didn't see it on my message. Hi, Tori. We were just talking a minute ago. His son accidentally typed out a message and it was hilarious. Made me laugh. I can't get over how awesome the commission you did. Man, I'm glad you liked it, dude. That was a fun one to do, man. I'm glad you liked it. I can't wait to see um, you put that on a shirt or something, man. It was my pleasure to do it. I've been getting hit up by a lot of luchadors lately for some art. This is pretty cool. I did some stuff for Lucha Maniacs, and Lucha Maniacs is out in Laredo, Texas, and they work with AAA uh, wrestlers like Bestia 666 and Black Torch. All the guys you see on AAA, just about, you'll see them in Lucha Maniacs. So it's been cool. I've been getting shout outs from those guys. That's pretty awesome. So I'm just having fun, man. Just hustling, dude. Brushing up on my Spanish, like Maddie just said. I don't know if I want to have their eyes white or if I want to put them blue. I'm going to leave them white. I'm going to do kind of the Carl Barks type style. You start training in May, huh? Let's see. Man, I hope so, dude. It's a crazy grind, dude. I'm glad you're trying it out, and man, I wish the best for you, dude. Yeah, just keep that body. You know what you're doing, man. Just keep that body in shape and hit it hard, dude. I know you can do it. Um, let's see. I'm gonna look up something. I wanted to see if I should do the eyes blue or not. Dewey, Louis. Let's see. I want to look up Carl Barks stuff just to see how, as much Carl Barks as I read, you think I'd remember. Man, his paintings are awesome. I need to start sharing them. If you have one of his paintings, it's like worth thousands upon thousands of dollars. I'm going to leave them white. Yeah, we're just going to go with white. Well, that's cool, Jacob. I hope you get that on. When you get it on some shirts, man, let me know. I want to see it. That'll be pretty cool to see. I'm going to go ahead and color this part really dark since it's underneath the hat. Oh, been good, thanks. Maddie is ready for the weekend already. We're getting close. What is it, Friday tomorrow? It's hard to believe. I like putting a complete shadow underneath the bill of their hats. You see that contrast if you just press just slightly harder. It really makes a difference with the shading. Yeah, besides the kids art that I post every now and then, I should post just albums of my favorite artists just for people to see what I like. I think that'd be cool to do. I could. I do post a lot of superhero art, Maddie. I post a lot of Alex Ross. I post him more than anybody, just because I really dig like the lifelike stuff that he does. It looks so real. It's amazing. It's like if superheroes were for real, what it would look like seeing them walking the streets. And he has like that real classic look too. Superman looks really just like old school, but he's like real life. His Superman's phenomenal. Oh man, Zoom calls. Hey Dave, how you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. And feel free to share the video, guys. I like talking to new folks too, or anybody that digs watching somebody draw and just talk about random stuff. It's always good to chat with folks. All right, cool. So I'll show you up close. See, getting some values with these guys. Good shading. Commander Mark style. I even have his pencil. Look at that. I'm such a rip-off artist. His yellow pencil that he uses. No, I bought some. I have 3 different types of Pentels. I have the 0.9, the 0.5, and the 0.7. Yeah, my 0.5 is the black one. I use the 0.5 the most because you get really good fine lines with it. I just say that in fun because he is the one that introduced me to this pencil. He uses this one exclusively though. I don't. I use the 5 more than anything. But I do like it for shading. It really covers a lot of ground. Alright, so I'm going to go into here. Do slightly darker. Oh, hilarious. You look like a maniac. Oh, I love these blenders. They're so good. What's cool about it is if you overdo it, you can easily erase. Did you like the 4 horsemen thing on Dynamite? I don't know. I have mixed emotions about it. I think that's one of those things you can't recreate. It's like when they try to bring back NWO for like the 50th time. You can't bring back that magic. It's like you can't. It's just not the same. Just like when they make most of the time when they make sequels to movies that come out like 30 years later, it's like it's weird. It's not the same. It's like that vibe was cool in the and 4 Horsemen was just awesome in the 80s more than anything to me. That's when it was really going down. Yeah, Tully and Ole and uh, Arn and Ric Flair. JJ, it was cool to see JJ Dillon though. That was pretty cool. And then Tony talking noise to him. That was hilarious. But yeah, Dynamite, man. I mean, it's fun to watch. It's far from perfect. Um, it's got some issues I think that they probably should fix eventually, but it's still more tolerable to watch for me than the big name stuff. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about all these old guys coming in everywhere. It's like their days were their best days are behind them, you know? It's like the nostalgia stuff's cool, I guess, but it's like those days are long gone. We need these young guys to come up and put on the show for us. In my opinion, everybody has a different opinion. I've learned that with a lot of wrestling fans, man. They get crazy over it if you think different than them.
It's their opinion
or
your
else.
own opinion.
Yeah. It's pretty much like that with everything now, though. You can't have an opposite opinion of any kind. All right. So, yeah, there we go. That's some good shading, I think. Let me know. Best faction ever. I have to agree, Dave. Yeah, best faction ever. The original, in my opinion, that was like really, you know, just great, great heels. They sold it so well.
I didn't see anything in the original for him.
Oh, you're missing out. We have the network. I don't know why we don't watch it.
Yeah, I've seen with the later, what was it? I guess the second.
Hmm. You still like Sting and Allen though? Oh no, I like Sting teaming up with Darby Allin. I think that's a great idea. Um, I thought that was cool. I don't know how I feel about. I mean, at least they're not main eventing Sting. That's kind of cool. Um, I think that helps it some. But yeah, I think it makes sense for him to team up with Darby. One thing I wish they did was make Sting a little darker, like how he was in the. I think that would have been cool. Just not have him saying much and just tearing everybody up
That's the
with
Sting
this
I
bat.
remember.
He come out with that bat and just wail on everybody and then disappear. You know, he's in the ring and then he's gone. You know, that's how I would have done it. I would have made him mysterious and quiet, but he helps Darby out almost every time. That's just what I would have done if I was booking it. But it's still fun. I mean, it's great to see Sting back. He's definitely on my top. I would say probably top five. I still haven't met him. I'm so sad about that. I almost had a chance to meet him at Alamo City, and I should have done it. I'm always worried about spending too much on stuff, so I don't do it as much as I can. But yeah, I like Sting and Darby Allin. I think that's a cool team. All right, so now I'm going to shade down here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all the pencil shading first on this. Glad you can see this better. When I was testing out my camera earlier, I couldn't see anything. My lights were too bright. And I was having some difficulties earlier, but I got it fixed just in time.
Your own tech support.
Yeah, I really am my own. Maddie said I'm my own tech support. I'm like, yeah, I really am. I'm like a one man everything. I'm my own shipping and receiving and tech support and web developer. And it's like, good Lord, all these things. It's tough, but it's fun. But yeah, it's tough. And then we had the stupid winter thing that really messed me up a couple of weeks. We were having stuff all the way to the last week, repairs and things. Slowed me down, got me behind on my work. But at least all that's over with.
Feels like it was a long time ago.
I know, I know. I like Alan coming down through the top. Yeah, I thought that was a cool thing to do, to have him come into the ring like that, um, and drop down like that, like old school Sting. That was pretty cool. All right, so I got my white areas for the most part shaded on this guy. I think what I'll do is move on to the next one, but let me just kind of go in here on the shadow part. Oh, one of my dogs made a funny noise.
It's the dog cat right here.
Yeah. Feel free to share the video, guys. I've been getting really low views for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I used to get a lot. It's probably because I quit doing lives and people fell off from it. But I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm not going to stop. Even if I get one person watching, that's cool.
Even if it's me?
Yeah, even if it's you. Alan is a big skateboarder. Yes, he is. He's almost like a stunt guy too. You know, he's really cool. He's got a different vibe going on. That's for sure. It's very interesting to say the least. What did I do with my blender? There it is. Urgh. Struggling for it. Back in the day, I thought I was a big shot with that .9 lead pencil. You're still a big shot with it. Just pick it back up, man. Yeah, that .9, it's really good for covering a lot of ground. Like I said, my friend Mark, he's an artist as well. He's a lot more famous than I am. Uh, he uh, he uses that .9 exclusively, and I use the .5 more. I'll use the .7 too some, but yeah, that .9, it's good for shading. I love it for shading. But everybody has different taste, you know, with what they like to work with. Some artists don't even use mechanical pencils. They just stick with the graphite, you know, the just the old school wood pencils. It's really cool with different types of lead too because you can get really good values with it. I was listening to his interview on the AEW podcast. He said he went to film school. I believe it. Yeah, it's weird because he doesn't look or act like a wrestler at all. It's weird that he got into wrestling, but he's been in the indie scene for a while. You know, it's not like he just all of a sudden got into it because AEW started. They saw him and they liked what they saw. I think it's cool. I always applaud people that are different, that stand out. You know, I think that's cool to stand out. I know he gets a lot of hate because of his size and how he looks, but I think that's what's cool about him, you know? It's weird.
They said I feel like a creeper watching and not really
Oh,
commentating.
yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah, you don't even have to comment at all, man. Just the fact that you're watching. That's cool. You're listening while you're making dinner, man.
What's
That's
for
pretty.
dinner?
Yeah, what are you making for dinner? I'm getting hungry myself. I'll have to eat when I get off this live, though. All right, so I'm just putting a little more shadow into this arm. I would put it on my other windows, but all you guys already know what I do. Back when I used to switch my windows up and have like different things going on, like this cool little this I'll put it on right now. This cool ticker. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Got my own bulletin board like we're watching Fox News, and they're mad at everything. It's the end of the world. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I got my little ticker right there. It's pretty cool. It took me like I think like a whole work day to figure this whole system out.
Oh, there it is. It finally showed up.
Yeah, I'm on a delay.
Big time delay.
Yeah, it's always been like that, even when I do it on my phone.
Facebook's delays are worse.
Yeah, I think they try to catch stuff in case somebody does something really crazy.
What you posted some risque photos of wrestlers.
Mm-mm. That's way too dark on that thumb.
Just now showed up on Facebook.
Yeah,
I saw the one on YouTube first.
Facebook's slow. Can I send wrestling art idea? Man, you can send me something. I'll see if it's something I can do. I've really been you're not gonna believe me, dude. I've been kind of laying low off the wrestling stuff except for actual wrestlers because I've been getting so burnt out with it, man. That's all I get is mostly wrestling art jobs, and I like doing comic book characters and cards, but I'll see what it is, man. Just send it to my email, dude, and I'll let you know if it's something I can do. I've been getting kind of, believe it or not, as much as I love wrestling, dude, I really do get burnt out. I got more Lucha Maniacs stuff I'm about to post. I just haven't posted it yet, and there's really something super awesome I'm gonna post from them this weekend. So stay tuned on my page. It's something they shared with me that I thought came out really cool. All right, so now I'm gonna go underneath here. I made the shadow underneath the fingers a little darker because it's right above his face. I think that's cool to do. Yeah, that's coming out nice. Like that. Yeah, no problem, dude. Just feel free to email me anytime, dude, like you did about the Wolverine thing. I might not answer right away, but I always check it. I always do. Like I had my super big client, um, nonprofit I work with. They emailed me and I didn't notice it for a whole day, and I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want them to think I'm ignoring them. If you're popping on, say hey. Let me know you're coming on.
Ooh, there's
Oh,
more people here now.
oh, sweet, cool,
7 people viewing.
nice.
Untitled.
Feel free to say hello. I'm just shading these ducks that I've been working on. I'm shading them, and then I'm gonna color them. I'm gonna color them up, but I'm just hanging out. Depends on how hungry I get. I ain't even joking, guys.
You
I'm
should have
getting
eaten
here.
before we even
I know I'm getting a stern food lecture.
fish.
But yeah, it's really cool with it with shading like this because you just barely put some lines down. You use this blender and you just touch it up and it smears it so well. You can use your finger too. I feel like you get more control though when you use the blender stick. And then if you go too dark, you can erase. I think I'm okay on that though. Maybe on this third finger, I might have gone too dark. Jerry, what's up? On Jeb Futch on YouTube saying,
Oh, cool.
hello, sir. Thanks for tuning in. My YouTube is a ghost town. I need to work on stuff. There's so many things I need to do. It's not even funny. There's things I've been saying I'm going to do for 2 years now, and I don't do them just because I get trapped. If I get a big line of work like I have right now, I have like how many things I need to finish up right now? 13 things. And then I got one that's like due pretty soon that I got to work on this weekend. I didn't know it was due so soon, but it's not a big deal. It's small stuff. I'll post them later.
Work
Um,
every day.
huh?
So you work every day.
Every day, even on the weekends, I'm working on art.
I'm working for the man.
There we go. Who is your favorite DuckTales or Duck Universe character? I would have to say it's a tie between uh it's a tie between Uncle Scrooge and Donald Duck. For two different reasons. Uncle Scrooge, if you read the comics, I recommend you get into the old school comics. Carl Barks and Don Rosa, or and there's some other ones that are really good, other duck artists and writers, but those two take the cake. They, especially Don Rosa, man, he took what Carl Barks did, and he went really epic with the stories for Scrooge McDuck. And Ducktales was inspired by a lot of those Carl Barks stories. That's how it became a cartoon. Let's see, Dave Wilson. I know you don't want to get super political. I try not to, Dave. Sometimes I get frustrated every day, but I live in the most hillbilliest of states,
Oh dear.
and people really get sensitive over here if I say what I really think. Political uh, cartoons. Have I done any?
Hmm.
I've done some in private, but I think they're too provocative to post because, like I said, whether it's people on the left or the right, they're both hypersensitive to anything. I'm weird. I'm like, I literally am in the middle, like all the way, and it's a hard spot to be in because I have friends that are socialists, literal socialists, and I get along with them great. I don't agree with their viewpoint, but we're like the best of friends. And then I have people that are borderline, like really far to the right, and I don't know. It's just weird. Nowadays, you can't really do stuff without anybody getting mad. So I try to stay away from it as much as I can with political cartoons. Privately, I've done some for with like-minded friends that make them laugh, more libertarian-minded friends. But yeah, that's a good question, Dave. Let's see. Darkwing Duck. Do I? Oh, I love Darkwing Duck. I'm actually I'm friends on Facebook with the guy that created Darkwing Duck, Tad Stones. He doesn't take friend requests anymore, but he is a cool dude, and I need to buy some of his work. I want to buy one of his pieces. I want to get a Don Rosa piece. I was going to meet Don Rosa last year, and then the stupid pandemic happened. And I was actually going to meet a lot of my art heroes at that show.
That was your 40th birthday.
That was my birthday present from Maddie, and that all went to pot.
COVID ruined everything.
But yeah, I love Darkwing Duck, man. Disney Plus is awesome because you get uh you get all those old school shows we used to watch. I love that. All the Disney afternoon stuff. Man, I was glued to that stuff back in the day. The Disney afternoon, like the gummy bears and all that stuff. Man, I love that stuff. You never watch gummy bears?
I didn't watch Disney at all.
Oh man, those were
I didn't
good.
have Disney, and I.
No, we didn't have Disney. It would come on like this thing called Disney Afternoon.
Mm, I watched Warner Brothers,
Yeah, Warner Brothers was great
Batman
too.
stuff.
Yeah, those are good too. Batman is awesome.
Yeah, everything was
Batman to
cool.
me is like the animated series is the best, probably the best cartoon ever made. Like that came on, TV. It was just a regular weekly show. It was probably the best. It's the best adaptation of Batman in my opinion on screen. And it was cool because it created a whole universe, kind of like the Arrowverse and the movie screen universes. It really did a great job of. I'm going back to this side now. Let's see. Well, I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about after school Disney.
Yeah, but I was talking about Batman. Oh, just it was cool because it set up its own universe, and it had that really cool classic feel to it, kind of like the the Max Fleischer cartoons, the Superman stuff from the 40s. It had that vibe to it, you know?
Yeah.
But it was gritty. It was real. There were some episodes like the Two-Face saga was incredible. And Darkwing Duck reboot. No, I'm not a fan of the reboots of the 90s cartoons. I'm not even excited about Batman unless the only way Batman will work if they reboot it is if they did Bruce Timm and Paul Dini and Eric Radinkowski and those guys. If they came back and wrote it and directed it, and you had Tim Burton, uh, Bruce Timm like working on character designs and things, like updating them or something, it'd work because those guys know what they're doing. Like the comics, they've released a series of them, and the animated series, and they came out fantastic. It's like you're just left off, and it mixes the Superman universe with it. So, oh yeah, I forgot to shade his eyes over here too.
See about the
Oh,
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs. Yeah, like I love Animaniacs. I watched the reboot and it had some funny moments, but it didn't. It's like I said earlier, you can't recreate the magic the way it was. It was way too political because everything's political now, and it's so annoying. And they got really political on there, and it wasn't even just that. It had a different vibe to it. You could tell, and the reason why is the guy that created the show, Tom Ruger, wasn't even invited to be a part of it. They had the voice talent show up, but they didn't invite him. And I'm friends with him on Facebook, and he was not happy about it. He was posting on Facebook. He's like, why didn't they even consider having me come back to write? He would have knocked it out of the park. He's hilarious, and he can draw, and he knows Animaniacs by the back of his hand because he created the whole thing. I don't know why they made that decision. It's very strange.
Different era. I guess they wanted to attract a different
Yeah.
audience.
Sweet. Oh, those eyes are way too dark. There we go. And then I'll blend it up some more, see what happens. Yeah, that's better. Boom. All right, cool. Now I need to go to these eyeballs. Actually, I'm going to go a little darker here. All right, cool. And then I need to go down here on his round area here. Let's see, I like the new Lois and Superman show. I heard that it's good. I need to check it out. It's kind of weird that they have kids, though. I can't wrap my head around that. But I still want to check it out. I've been hearing good things about it. Tell you the truth, I'm going to be honest. I probably won't like it, but I do want to give it a chance. I know I do have open mind. But yeah, I'm real strict when it comes to that kind of stuff. But it could be good. You never know. I want to check it out and see what I think about it. I try to give everything a chance, you know. Yeah, but I've heard good things about that show. I heard it was very very Superman like. It was actually like a really good Superman feel to it, which I dig because I love Superman. I don't care how cheesy he is. He's it's just a good character. It's classic. It's just a positive character. Oh yeah, I forgot to go in here and do his hat over here. I was looking at it and I was like, why is there a gap right here? Because his fingers are underneath. He lifted his hat up some. If we have shows again, well, we are having a shows, but I'm too scared of catching COVID, so I'm not going to any yet until I'm vaccinated. And when I get vaccinated, I'll be on here doing a daily log of keeping track of my symptoms and letting you know how I fare. See if I get some autism or something.
You get that 5G reception.
Oh yeah, 5G. There it is. But yeah, once shows come back, I'll probably sell this one unless somebody wants to buy it on here. But I don't get the big crowds like I used to. I used to get.
You need to be consistent.
Yeah, I know. I'll keep doing it though. All right, so yeah, this guy. Which one's Huey? Which one's Dewey? And which one's Louie? I don't know. We'll find out. Superman was the first superhero, pretty much. He's the first modern day one, I would say. And what's crazy about it is he's really based on that John Carter or Mars type deal. He's got it's a very similar story. Dave was talking about political cartoons. I could do a bunch on our governor.
Hey, Adrian's watching.
Hi, Adrian. Maddie said you're watching. Yeah, Dave, you just inspired me. I could do a whole bunch on our stupid governor we have here. Yeah, could do a lot on him. He's my number one, uh, since Trump left office, is my number one annoying politician now.
Cuomo's kind of annoying.
Yeah, Cuomo's bad. Man, what a dirtbag. That guy needs to get arrested. Don't get me started on that idiot. Yeah.
Right,
Okay, I'm getting mad now. See, I gotta calm down.
This is why I always try to stay positive because I'll start screaming.
Yeah. Andrew Cuomo, get out of here. That guy, man, what an idiot that guy is.
Let's talk about our favorite mask types.
There we go. Yeah, let's quit talking about a bunch of rich dudes that.
You double up your masks in terms of current events.
When I go to the store, I wear 4 layers of masks. I'm just being silly. I'll trade you your No, you don't want this guy, Dave. See the thing.
Wait, where's Dave?
He's in Washington State.
Oh.
Yeah. See, the thing about this guy is the thing about our guy is that he acts like he's this big time, this big time conservative, this blah freedoms, this and all that nonsense, and then he has no clue what he's doing because just to bring it all back, man, I could go on and on with this guy, but the most recent thing, which he should be resigning for, is the power outage deal. He was responsible for appointing the PUC, which is the board that appoints ERCOT members. And ERCOT is the one that's supposed to. It's funny because it's like electrical reliability something, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
He appoints them, who appoints ERCOT, and they were warned ages ago, actually going back to the 80s, that hey, Texas doesn't get winters, but when it does, you guys might want to winterize your equipment. And this is before the wind energy thing even happened. And They warned. They did a whole. The federal government. I know the big evil federal government came in and did a study for them, just letting them know because we're not part of the national power grid for whatever reason because we're idiots here in Texas. And he uh, he ignored the report in 2011. I don't think he was governor yet. He might have been lieutenant governor, but he knew about it. They warned us when the last big freeze happened. You're going to lose power. You're going to lose power, guys. Your governor was ranked 48th. Yeah. Ours is probably ranked 50th. So.
Yeah. How do we find out that information?
I don't know. But yeah, so as a result, when the electricity finally did what it did, the power plants completely froze. The generators froze. All the natural gas facilities froze. The windmills that only make 20% of the state's power froze. But somehow it was the fault of the windmills, and they they immediately blamed it on Democrats, but Democrats haven't run this state in 30 years. They haven't been in power in this state in over 30 years. So they blamed it on AOC and all these these socialists and this and that. Instead of, they did so much finger pointing, and as a result, people died in their homes. They froze to death. So he should be charged for whatever, people dying, because they knew about the power going out, that it was a possibility, and they ignored it. But that's enough about that doofus. That's just one of the many things. Anyway, on much happier notes, let's see. I'm getting that round shading there.
Current events in Texas are not super great.
Nah,
teachers get to get vaccinated now, which is awesome.
Wait, well, you might get superpowers with the COVID vac. That would be a cool story, man.
Yeah, you could be like Spider-Man.
Dude, if I had superpowers, there'd be so many people in trouble that are corrupt. I'd be just like, if I was like Superman, I'd bring them all to justice, like, and forget the court. I'd be an evil superhero, but I'd be doing good things, though. I'd be doing good things.
You have to have money to be a superhero.
That's true. You have to be rich to be a superhero. You'd have to be like Bruce Wayne and.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm being silly, guys. Don't believe half of what I'm saying. Just being goofy. I've just been getting crankier as I get older. All right. Let's see. Okay, so the eyeball. A little bit here. I always go a little too dark on these eyeballs at first. I don't know what I'm doing. Must be pressing a little too hard. Let's see, that might be a little better. Yeah, that's a little better. Only thing I hate about shading with pencil for me is like I smudge so much. That's why I have this sheet of paper and a glove on, because I will smudge like crazy. Yeah, and once again, too dark. Too dark. All right. I didn't shade down here either. I notice little things here and there as I go along. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't do that. I got to keep it consistent. One thing I always worry about, or like, I always worry about other artists that see my work. I'm always so self-conscious. I'm like, oh my God, what do they think about my work? Because I know so many good ones, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. You shouldn't worry about what other people think, but always worry. Had a really nice message from one of my really good artist friends. He said, I'm the best cartoonist on Instagram. That was really nice of him to say that. Davy Jones. He's awesome. Go follow him. He's super cool. He's like one of the most encouraging artists I know. He gives great advice. He's not afraid to give advice to people.
Ultra modest.
Very modest. A little too modest. He's more modest than I am. Mm. He's a fantastic guy. I did a comic convention panel with him last year. That was pretty cool. It was I'd never done one of those before, so that was cool.
Oh, it was a Brazos
Mm-hmm.
panel.
Lots of people had questions, and it was cool. See, feel my wrath. You could say to the corrupt people you bring to justice. Yes, I'll be like the Punisher, but for politicians. That'd be fun.
And artists.
Yeah, that too.
You can bring any bad artists to justice or something.
All right, now for the hands.
You have to think of your superhero name.
If I was a luchador, I'd be El Flamingo.
You would be.
El Flamingo se entra el ring. Qué buenísimo. Oh my goodness. Flamingo. Huh?
I'm looking for a flamingo.
Man, they'd be commentating on him. It'd be a finishing move with like the legs though, since I have like the longest legs in the world. I would have like a Booker T scissor kick thing, axe kick or whatever he did. It'd be hilarious.
You have to wear pink.
And I'd have to wear a flamingo mask.
You have a mighty beak.
It'd be the 450 flamingo splash off the turnbuckle. He hits him with the 450 flamingo. And Juventud Guerrero would be my manager.
Right,
And then he'd be saying the juice is loose.
sir.
Sorry. Dude, okay, so WCW got really bad. Everybody knows that. If there's any wrestling nerds still on here, Dave and Nokado, WCW got really bad in the late 90s and right at the end of it, like 99 and 98 it started to change, but like 2000 and all that. But man, one of the funniest things to me was when I did watch it, because I kind of quit watching it when it got really bad, was Juventud Guerrero. Like, he got hilarious. He was doing that whole rock thing, like he's doing the rock bottom and the Hoovy. He was speaking like the Rock. It was hilarious. I don't know why that was funny to me. That just was the people's champion thing. That was so funny. And also Chris Canyon, when he called himself what did he call himself? Champagne or something. And Chris Champagne Canyon, and then Hoovy called him Shampoo. That was hilarious. Let's see, as a superhero, you could have your own logo. I know you talk about Sting and Robo. Man, Sting and RoboCop, that was brutal. Ooh, I don't know what they were thinking when they did that. Capital Combat, 1990, son. Not even on the WWE network because it's so bad. It might be a copyright issue too. Yeah, that was brutal. He was in that cage and then he bent the little bars. Oh, so embarrassing. Hey, did y'all watch? Let's see. I love WCW. Even the bad years were fun. Jerry says. Uh, man, I it was the it was fun in some instances. It it was really sad because man, they had a little 2 year window where that was fun to watch. It was just real like from '96 to about like I'd say mid '98. Man, they were on fire, dude. Like WCW was just that was the place to be back then. It was so good. But yeah, I still would check in on the it got really bad like when they started doing the like Mr. Perfect was doing the West Texas whatever the rednecks or whatever. I kind of fell off with it there. I was like, all right, yeah, this is getting a little this is starting to get really just goofy. I forgot I didn't add his bottom lip down here. So I need to do that. Yeah, there we go. Bottom lip. Actually, or maybe I did. I don't remember. I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah, we'll just say that.
What logo would you draw as a superhero for yourself?
What logo would I draw as a superhero for myself? That's a good question. I don't know. If I was the flamingo, it'd just be a silhouette of myself with my knee popped out like I'm a flamingo.
Yeah, big delay.
Yeah, and that'd be my signal. The commissioner, the commission, the police chief of Houston. What's his name? Art Acevedo. He'd be my commissioner Gordon and Sylvester Turner. Oh man, I'd be like in cahoots with him. He'd be like, "All right, Batman." Oh wait, I better not do that. All right, I'm gonna stop because I could be accused of things. Yeah, I don't want to. Sylvester Turner is basically the $20 man. Let's see. It was fun in the same way that Glow was fun. It's a sad fun. You're correct, Jerry. You were so It was very sad. It was sad to watch. What wasn't sad to watch though was Tori Wilson and Stacy Keebler and all them when they came in there in WCW. I was like, oh man, that was cool. And that's about it. Oh yeah, I forgot to do his neck and his neck. So I'm gonna do that now. And I'm not gonna do that bottom lip thing like I thought. I'm gonna erase that. AZ like Zorro. That is perfect. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
This sword can slash the flamingo sign.
There you go. El Flamingo. That'd be a funny thing to draw.
Please draw that.
I'd have to draw myself from like 20 something plus years ago when I was like super skinny. It would have worked better back then.
That's what you gotta do.
Okay, once again, went way too dark. I'm pressing too hard. I do that sometimes. Press way too hard. Plus, I'm really slow. I don't know. I always admire other artists that are super fast. I go really slow because I want it to look good, especially when I'm on live. I feel like I got like El Mingo. There you go, Swan. That's funny.
Who said El Mingo?
My old high school friend Swan Lee. Redding now, excuse me. I can't say Lee anymore.
Where's that?
She's on Facebook. Her daughter sent me some artwork a while back and I posted it.
There it is.
Still feel like that's too dark. All right, cool. And then that one, his neck's missing. This one, it's here, so. We need to call El Mingo. We are in trouble. We can start a team, Swan and Domingo. A Swan. That's hilarious, Swan. That's funny. Too bad we didn't come up with that in high school. I would have been drawing that like on the bus or something. That would have been funny. We could have laughed at that. Yeah, missed opportunity. Well, we'll have to draw it. We'll have to redraw. I'll have to draw that. It's hilarious. All right, cool. So I got that done. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. I think with them, I might go the old school route and draw them with black shirts on and colored hats. I know in Ducktales they gave them colored shirts, but in the old school comics they gave them all 3 black turtlenecks. But I don't, honestly, guys, I don't know if I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm getting hungry. I haven't eaten dinner. Yeah. So I'm gonna shade this bottom part. You know what I'll do? I'll do a part 2 to this, and I'll use my markers on it. Markers won't take as long, because all I'm doing are flat colors when I do it. And then I'll probably use my pencils to shade it, my colored pencils. I got a cool, so like for their beaks, I was gonna do like a combination of these two, and I'll blend it with this deal. You dip the pencil, you dip the you don't dip the pencil in there, excuse me. You dip like a blending stick in there, and you just swirl it. Looks pretty cool. I learned that from an artist, so it's like I'm always learning. You could get into fights and have the POW stuff going on like Adam West. That's the only way to do it. Would be to put POW and BAM and Sock and Yow and all that stuff. All that. Man, those were really. That was a good show. I love that show. It's classic. It's so good. Oh, hi T. Maddie told me you're watching. Okay, so yeah, next time when I do a live, I'm gonna eat before I do it. That way I don't interrupt it. Yeah, I goofed off. I was being goofy this time around. Yeah, that's what I get. Wham. That's right. Cool. Well, oh yeah, let me do this little part. I want to have all the pencil done on it before I go. This is a really good break from all the wrestling art I've been doing. I've been doing so much wrestling art. I love wrestling, but man, I need a break. Yeah, I mean, it's cool, but man, I want to do, I mean, I like doing it and I don't want to stop doing it. I want to do other art besides wrestling art. Okay, cool. Okay, so part 2, I'm going to color these with a marker, and it won't be as, I don't think it'll be as slow as the pencils were. I talk a lot too, and I look up at the screen. Let's see. If you have a car like Black Betty, like the Green Hornet, man, that car was awesome, wasn't it? And then you had Kato, Bruce Lee as Kato. Man, Bruce Lee was tearing it up as Kato. That was awesome. even though he didn't say anything hardly. Cool. What do you guys think? Looks okay?
Looks good to me.
Shading good?
Fine.
Looks good. Yeah, sure. Let's see. What would you call the Mingo Mobile? That's
Exactly
a
that.
good question.
Exactly that.
I think the Mingo Mobile. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I think yeah, you can't change that. The Mingo Mobile. Now I gotta draw this. That'd be. I'll do that on a live. I think that would be. I don't know. Oh, thanks, Dave. Glad you like the way it looks. Maybe somebody will snag it when I finish it. It'll look better once I finish it. Um, yeah, that'd be hilarious. Oh, thanks, Vanessa. Appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see some other folks tuning in. Next time I go live, feel free to share my video. I plan on. I don't know if I can go live this weekend because I'm trying to play catch up. That, like I said, the 2 weeks of the storm really put me behind with all the madness that was going on. But if I don't go live over the weekend, I'll probably go live like Tuesday or something like that. Oh, thanks for sharing, Swan. I appreciate it. Um, and I'll try not to talk about politics. I got a little carried away, but I didn't say anything crazy. I just was getting angry. But yeah, yeah, I plan on going live Tuesday at the latest. But if I do go live over the weekend, I'll make like a little announcement. You guys can tune in. I know everybody's busy, but you can always watch the replays too. But I guess I'm gonna go eat a late dinner because I put it off for really long. Oh, no problem, Dave. I just get no, Dave. No, don't apologize, dude. I just get really mad about it. That's my problem. Like I noticed the older I'm getting, it's like I start getting mad more. It's like I used to never be mad about anything, and now that I'm older, I'm like, man, where'd that come from? Like, wow, I just yeah, it's like just the news and all that. I'm like, man, I need to lay off the news and all that stuff. Um, Kind of hard to with the way the year started out. Good lord. But no, it's all good, dude. You don't need to apologize about anything. I have fun chatting with everybody anyway. But yeah, I'll finish these guys up next live, and it'll be fun because I'll be well fed, and I won't have to interrupt myself to go eat, and then we can talk. Let's see. Welcome to the Get Off My Lawn Club. I
Yes,
later
yes,
El Mingo.
yes.
Later Swan, Super Swan. That's what I'll call you.
Super swan.
Welcome to the Get Off My Lawn
That's
Club.
perfect. That's exactly what it is. We're getting older and we're
Yeah, I
starting
think
to
that's
wake
where it's
up to
happening.
certain things.
Your husband is excited about becoming a grumpy old man already. Yeah, I think I've already gotten to that level now. Everything's so inferior. I've got to the point now. I'm like, I just want to move on an island by myself, like but with like the dogs and Maddie. I just want to move to an island just away from everything. But
Yeah.
I'm goofy. I just get grumpy. Yes, the news is too much negative, and that's how they make their money, staying negative and getting
Yeah.
people riled up. And
Don't doom scroll.
yeah, doom scrolling's bad. Don't do it.
Let it die.
I did it really bad in January, I confess. But cool guys, I'm gonna get off of here. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back, like I said, really soon, Tuesday at the latest. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk.